Well, hello there, YouTube. I got a new project today. What we're going to do, since it's getting on fall here and the leaves are starting to fall pretty heavy, I'm going to try to reduce the amount of effort I've been expending the last number of years in blowing leaves and what have you by mating up my leaf blower, my big push blower, with my Gravely garden tractor. I had an attempt at this a few years ago and it didn't work, and I'll show you why here in a minute. But I think I got it figured out now, and so that's the project for the day. Stay tuned and we'll get started. Okay, this is what I've got. We've got a Gravely 16G Professional that's got a 16 horse Kohler motor on it, and we've got an 8.5 horsepower giant vac blower. And you can see here that what I tried to do once before is I made this little deal here to connect into these implement holders that are here, and that didn't work. And the reason is, which should have been obvious to me, is that this thing has 3 wheels. And with all 3 wheels on the ground, it wasn't going to turn. So we figured out, I've got another plan going here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the wheels off, and we're going to replace the front wheel with this 10-inch swivel caster wheel here. And then we're going to make a bracket that's going to go around the entire thing, to which this swivel caster will be attached. And then we're going to make some brackets that come up here and connect into these implement keepers here, and you'll see that they go like this and lock in. There'll be a 3/4 inch bar going across there to hold it in there. So with that idea in mind, I think I got it kind of well planned. Let's get started. Okay, you can see that we have the wheels removed, we've got the handlebars removed, and the next step is to, and I've got it blocked up here, I want it at the exact same height as it was with the wheels on it. So I cut some 7-inch blocks to keep it exactly 7 1/8, keep this piece right here 7 1/8 inches above the floor, so that it maintains level. So I want to keep it at that level as I put this put the pieces on and begin to weld it up and fit the brackets. So what I'm going to do now is, we've got some 1/4 inch by 3 flat bar stock. We're going to cut a piece to come about out to here. We'll do the same thing on the other side and then connect them with a piece across. And I want to make sure that I've got enough to keep it out there far enough such that the wheels, when the wheels turn, they don't interfere or hit the bar. All right, so we'll cut up that stock and measure this up and get it cut. Okay, we'll do a little progress update here. We've got kind of the back end done. It's kind of tacked up, and hopefully by now you'll kind of get the idea. But that these fit in there. That 1/4 inch or 3/4 inch bar fits in there. And this frame that goes around here will suspend it where the wheels had been and the handlebars. Now, our next step is to put a bracket up here on the front, so we take that wheel off and put the swivel up there to support it at about the same height that it is now. So I think we're making progress. Okay, here's an update. This is pretty much the final product. I still need to do a little take it off and do a little cleanup and grind off some welds a little bit and clean some things up, and I'll throw a coat of paint on it. But this is what it looks like. I think when we left, I'd pretty much finished this bracket all the way across here and up through the back here, and the attachment, had that done. And then I went ahead and did the front here. What had been on it before was this bracket right here that had attached to those 3 bolts right there, and that's where the front, the 3rd wheel sat in there. So I made another bracket out of 1/4 inch by 4, and then I connected that over there with to that piece. What I did with these bends here, I've kind of overbent it a little bit, and I did that on purpose to kind of give it a little more height, and also I was going to put a gusset in down in here but I don't think it needs it. I've actually had it out and it works pretty good, and it gives a little bit of a spring. So unless that bend starts bending back, I think I'll leave it just the way it was. Let's see, what else? Oh, on these bends right here, I used a technique where behind here I scored it with my grinder down about probably halfway through that 4x4, and that way it's easier to bend, and you get a much straighter bend. So that worked out pretty good. I probably should have done the same thing on this one, but I didn't. I just bent it, heated it up, put it in the vise, and bent it over, and but that turned out okay too. Anyway, seemed to work pretty good. I've actually had it out and given it a try. So we'll finish it up here.